Disasters in Italy, July 2024. Molten lava erupted powerfully from the Voragine volcanic crater on the majestic Mount Etna along the eastern coast of Sicily, Italy, on Thursday. After 3 weeks of steadily increasing volcanic activity, a powerful strombolian eruption sent a cloud of volcanic plumes more than 3 miles into the sky in a dramatic display. A spectacular display could be seen lighting up the night sky on Thursday near Mount Etna, as a shower of lava erupted from the crater of Italy's largest active volcano. It is not unusual for this volcano on the Mediterranean island of Sicily to erupt, but activity in some of its craters began to increase towards the end of June. One of them is the Voragine crater, which was previously inactive for 4 years. Then, on Thursday night, the Voragine crater erupted violently, spewing bright orange ash and lava, making it stand out in stark contrast to the dark night sky. Italian volcanologist Marco Neri told the New York Times that the ash column had reached more than 4,500 meters, nearly 15,000 feet. It's highly unlikely this will be the last time the volcano causes problems. However, its appearance is not always so fiery. Mount Etna can also produce some very impressive-looking vortex rings. Strombolian activity is a relatively low-level volcanic eruption in which a small amount of energy is released, said the National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, INGV. Authorities closed Catania Airport in Sicily on Thursday after a stream of hot lava erupted from Mount Stromboli, covering the sky in black smoke and ash. A layer of ash also covered nearby towns, and people in Catania were seen sweeping ash from the streets. Travelers using Catania Airport, one of the main international gateways to Sicily, faced severe delays today due to the latest eruption of Mount Stromboli. Ryanair alone was forced to cancel 42 flights, the highest number compared to any other airline. EasyJet was also affected. "We are sorry your flight was cancelled," they told passengers. This is due to volcanic activity in CTA, Catania, causing restrictions in the areas where aircraft are permitted to fly. Most travelers were forced to use diverted flights, many arriving at Palermo, the airport serving the Sicilian capital and a 4-hour drive from Catania. Italy, together with Iceland, has the largest concentration of active volcanoes in Europe and is one of the first countries in the world whose population is most exposed to volcanic risk, they said in a statement. Active or potentially active volcanoes are located in southern Italy with varying degrees of danger. The department also advised local residents and tourists to follow the Civil Protection Authority's instructions broadcast on radio, TV, in daily print media, on the internet, and through various toll-free numbers that will be set up. They also instructed the public, when an eruption occurs, not to enter the restricted area because it is very dangerous to approach the crater area even if there is no eruptive activity, because the phenomenon of a sudden explosion or gas emission is always possible. The mayor of Catania, Enrico Trentino, also issued an order banning local residents from using two-wheeled vehicles for 48 hours. It also set a speed limit of 30 kilometers per hour because of the potential danger of driving on ash. Because Mount Etna frequently erupts, tourist activities are rarely disturbed. This volcano has more than 200 craters, so even when one of them erupts, there are still many other areas that tourists can visit safely. The new storm in Turin, which started shortly after 6 p.m., an ice storm was reported between Borghero and Venaria Real. There was a multi-cell storm system in action between Canavese, Torinese, Vercellis and Cuneo, where thunderstorms and hail occurred, accompanied by strong winds. Possible supercell along the A4 in the province of Vercelli, near Sigliano and Borgo del, where medium-sized hailstones have also been reported, with grain diameters of up to 3 to 4 centimeters. Hailstones the size of ping-pong balls were reported in Cassel. In Turin already the first damage has occurred. Fallen trees have been reported in Corso Duca degli Abruzzi, Corso Belgio, in La Marmora Park and in Mirafiori Sud. Several cars were damaged. Shortly thereafter, around 7 p.m., the storm moved south. Heavy rain with strong winds in Carignano and Carmagnola. Heavy rain, linear and descending gusts. Streets in Piobesi Torinese were flooded. In the Cuneo area, a hailstorm was reported in Festiona di Diamanti. 4 trees fell on Corso Belgio, fortunately causing no harm to the community. It is these trees that are at the center of controversy between environmental committees and citizens and the Turin city government, which intends to cut down at least 40 plants and wants to replace them with younger plants. Near Corso Brianza, everything was going well for the car owner who was not in the car when it was completely destroyed by a large oak tree that fell to the ground in the storm. Firefighters immediately rushed to both fronts to clear the roads and rescue passers-by.